Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Mindset Boost. It's so good to be able to take a pause with all of you and just reflect on our week. I'm a clinical psychologist, so I do believe in the power of self-reflection, and I would like to every week give you a specific lens through which you can reflect. I also just thought today that I need to mention that often self-reflection can feel quite heavy, and I want you to be aware that when we self-reflect, that it's not supposed to actually feel heavy. If it's feeling heavy, then it may be that you're adding criticism or judgment, self-blame to the reflection process. And my aim is really to create tools that can help you reflect and observe yourself in a way that is light and that actually makes the work easier. So that's really what I want to talk to you about today. So why do we do this work? I guess that if you are tuning in today, you do care about your mental health, and you also care about your goals, and you maybe know that in order to achieve your goals and to have the kind of life that you want, you have to take care of your mental health. So the model that I use is really that our thoughts, our subconscious mind especially, is very powerful, and that we are always curious about what goes on in our subconscious mind. Our words will reveal the things that we believe about ourselves and about others on a subconscious level. Our actions can also reveal what's going on a deeper level, our emotions as well. So that's why I'm quite obsessed by that. And as I say, it's so important that we find ways to do this work continuously in a light way, in a way that's sustainable, even in a way that you maybe even look forward to tuning into these sessions every Wednesday. And why do we want to know what's going on in the subconscious mind? Well, as I said, our subconscious mind affects how we feel and how we act. I want you to think just now about a task that you do quite effortlessly, maybe even something that you enjoy. Can be, for me, I enjoy doing my Pilates in the morning. It's like 15 minutes. I've really nailed it to a session that I really enjoy. But just for you, just think about something that you do effortlessly. Maybe it's cooking or going for a walk. Use something simple just as the exercise. And can you see how you are going through the motions and it's feeling quite light and it's feeling quite easy? For example, maybe cooking, you know what you want to eat, you know how you're going to prepare it. You're not second guessing yourself, you're not stuck. It's this flow. Hey. So maybe you can just take a step back and just try to imagine what are the thoughts that go through your mind while you are going about this easy task. I'm thinking of, for me, for my Pilates, it's 15 minutes just for myself, where I can just close the door and I can just do movements that feel really good to me. So just see if you can identify at least one positive or helpful thought that's actually making this task so easy and enjoyable. And then compare that to something that is hard. Maybe there's a continuous habit or a situation that you find very difficult. Maybe it's something that you were actually quite surprised that was difficult for you. I'm thinking of a recent situation for myself where I was traveling. It should be an enjoyable experience, but I found myself on the airport highly anxious, quite panicked, quite freaked out basically. And although yes, going to the airport has its stressors, I could sense that something was going on below the surface. It wasn't just about what was happening consciously around me. So just see if you can identify a situation like that. And then can you notice how there's definitely something going on in your mind? It can be like almost like a trance that you don't feel that you have any control over. Can you feel the difference between the easy task and the more difficult situation in terms of what's going on in the mind? The first situation, you are actually in control of your mind. You are deciding, I want this, and this is how I'm going to do it, and I really love that. Okay, you are in control. The second difficult situation, you are not in control of your mind. Your mind is controlling you. And you can imagine, add to that other daily stresses. It's really can be quite not just uncomfortable, but it can really over time impact our mental health. So when we take time to reflect and observe ourselves, the aim is to start to take control of the mind. And how I do it, I have different techniques that's available for free on the app. But usually it definitely involves to first just to calm down the body and the mind. Because the moment you calm down the body and the mind, you are calming down the conscious mind and opening up the subconscious mind. And there are other techniques also that can help you go deeper into the subconscious mind. That's also available. But there we really want to observe, yes, what's happening in my body, what emotions are I feeling, and then what am I believing about this situation? That's the key. And again, you can go back to this difficult situation that you identified and just think, what am I telling myself about this situation? What is making it so unbearable or uncomfortable? For me, when I thought back on this airport situation, I had this fear that we're going to get into trouble and that somehow there will be this almost separation between me and my family. I had this really subconscious fears. It was not the reality. Hey? I have an idea of where that comes from, which can also help you to further separate yourself. Just create a gap, a space between you and the thoughts. So really it is for us, if we want to start to take control of our own minds, it is to be willing, it is to be curious and then self-aware when the mind is taking over control, then to calm yourself down, and from there to start to observe yourself. And gradually you starting to move away so that you can observe your thoughts and then learn, what is it that I'm believing that's keeping me stuck or that's making me so fearful. And from there, one can even go deeper, and this is more of what I will bring in the sessions to come, is then, so once we know what we are believing, is there a way even to start to modify those beliefs? So yes, I thought today is just an introduction to that. I hope that you found it helpful. I hope that you will start to feel more curious and even excited about what you can do when you start to really get to know your own mind. As I said, my techniques are all available on the app. You're welcome to get that for free. Also share this episode with anyone that could benefit from it. You can also on YouTube like and subscribe. It just means that more people can get to these tools. Have a good week. As I said, be kind with yourselves, be compassionate with yourself and with other people. Take care. Bye-bye.